Hello, everyone, and welcome to this pick a card reading. I hope you are all doing so well. So, today's reading idea, Spirit is really guiding me to do this reading, okay? I feel really guided today to do this sort of gas you up reading, like a confidence boost, kind of a looking at things from a different perspective. And there might also be just some messages from Spirit, from your spirit guides, of sort of what you need to know right now. So we have three groups. We have the Messenger of Water, the Four of Fire, and then the Ace of Air. So these cards are from the Good Tarot, and I'm going to use the Good Tarot today for this reading. Yeah, so go ahead and choose which reading, or you might be drawn to more than one readings you feel drawn to, and then I'll see you there. Bye. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Messenger of Water. And I love this card. In the guidebook for this card, it talks about that you can have what it is that you desire. You can have what you desire. And it really stuck with me. And so much so that every time that I see the Knight of Cups or the Messenger of Water in this case, which is the Knight of Cups in traditional tarot, I always think you can have what you desire. And so I feel like that's something that Spirit really wants you to know is that you are so capable of manifesting your dreams. Like, not only capable, but kind of in quite an effortless way. Spirit wants you to know that you operate from like a different frequency, okay? See how this person depicted here, she's sort of almost like a mermaid, like living underwater, or some kind of an underwater being of this earth or from another planet. I feel like you have this energy within you. I feel like there's something maybe here about getting in touch with your other lifetimes. I don't even want to say past lives, even though that's how we generally conceptualize it, but it's more than just past lives because this is just your other lifetimes that are all occurring simultaneously in the quantum. There's something about getting in touch with your quantum self, your quantum power. Yeah, Spirit wanted me to film this reading to like specifically to send you this message I'm feeling about how powerful you are so that you can sort of reframe your perspective. Because Spirit's saying one of the things about getting in touch with your lifetimes outside of this one is that you kind of like break away from identification with self. And identification with self can keep us small and limited and kind of identifying within, I don't know, just a framework that's too narrow for who you really are as a soul. So I'm seeing something here about expansion. This is what Spirit wants you to know, like you can manifest what you desire. You can manifest that. You operate in a different way at a different frequency than most people. Even the way that I'm reading your energy right now is very unique. There's something very curious about you as well. Like I feel like it would be really interesting to do like a reading on for you one-on-one. I feel like you would be someone who I would find really interesting to read for. There's something about your energy that's unique that kind of like draws people in, that makes people want to almost study or research or like ask questions. There's a curiosity here. Yeah, but there is something I keep seeing you living underwater, okay? And I feel like this is a symbolism. Like you are living underwater, meaning you're living kind of in an alternative frequency than others. You live in a different way. You live on a different planet, maybe. Maybe some people have even told you that, like you're from a different planet. There's something about you that is wired differently. There's a frequency that you hold that's just different. But Spirit's saying this is a superpower. Like this is seriously a superpower. See how she's wearing this crown in this image? It's kind of like you have this crowning energy where because you're wired differently, you can kind of be king or queen of your own realm. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. You are king or queen of your own realm. And Spirit's sort of saying something about royalty. Okay, I'm seeing the color royal blue, and there's something about royalty, like you are meant to realize or recognize that you are royalty, that you have there's some kind of a crowning energy. Like Spirit wants you to stand more in your regalness or in your lineage, your soul's lineage that's from different, a different planet even. Maybe there's something about some kind of a lineage from a different planet or a different lifetime on the earth, maybe where you were incarnate as some kind of a interdimensional being of the ocean, of the waters of the earth. It's something like that. You might resonate with the merfolk, the mermaid, the siren energies, but those are just one snapshot. I mean, there's so much more going on in the oceans of this earth than even we know about but I feel like you might actually be able to remote view this. Like, I feel like you have a lot of like psychic abilities. See that crowning energy? It's all over her third eye and her crown. Like, I feel like I'm really getting this third eye crown and even throat chakra as well. With the blue here, it's like all those upper chakras, you are gifted in that ether, the ether, the sound. You actually could be a really powerful sound healer as well and meant to be doing something with sound or with your voice. I feel like there's something about your voice that might carry, well, it definitely does. Your voice carries energy, it carries frequency, it carries codes, and it's really actually unlocks things for people. Sort of like being around you, it almost brings people down into this underwater world that you live in. And it's like being on a different planet, being in a different dimension, being around you. It's very, very sacred as well. There's a sacredness here. And I feel like there's something here about you may have forgotten your royalty. You may have forgotten there's something about that crown. Like I'm just seeing, and she wears that crown, like she owns that crown. Like that crown is a part of her. It's a part of who she is. And I feel like there's something here about a crown where you're meant to regain a crown. It's, energetic, right? You're not going to actually go around wearing a crown, although you can if you want, but it's energetic, this crown. Like this crown, it looks like it's a part of her. It doesn't look like something she's wearing, right? And that's the energy I'm getting. This crown is almost like going to grow from within you. It's almost like an addition to your energy body, okay? It's like an addition to your energy body. It's going to grow from within you. And it's like a crowning moment where you come more into your power and you come more into your birthright. Like you have some kind of a royalty in your lineage. Like maybe I don't know, I feel like you may be a soul that was involved in some kind of forms of creation, like you oversaw creation of some kind of energy, or you have done a lot of work for like peace, like you've been kind of an ambassador of peace within the universe in some way. Like I'm literally feeling your soul has like an awesome resume. Do you know what I mean? Like you've done some stuff and it's like, wow, they've been an ambassador of peace for the universe for all this time. Like you've done something. You've got a great resume of the things that you've done, and the soul that you are has expressed itself in so many different ways across so many different lifetimes, across so many different dimensions, existing through so many different lineages. And you just hold so much of this energy in you. And I feel like there's this energy where it's like spirit saying, remember who you are, remember who you really are, remember how powerful you are, remember what you've come here to do on this earth. Because you do have this like important mission kind of energy. And I feel like the next part of your path that spirit wants you to know about is basically that you're having this crowning energy. It's like it's like an energetic shift, I suppose, where all of a sudden, naturally, innately from within, you are wearing this crown, and it's like the way that you hold yourself is differently. The way that you talk about yourself is differently. The way that you talk to yourself in your own mind is more loving. It's more gentle. It's more compassionate. It's more kind. It's more enjoyable to be within your own energy field as yourself. And there's something about this where you're becoming even more hypnotic, you're becoming even more magnetic, you're really drawing people in at this time. Like you really can have what you desire. You can have what you desire. You really don't have to play by the rules. You know how it's like we incarnate on this earth and then there's sort of this huge forgetting, right? Where we kind of forget who we really are and we identify with, I don't know, the place we were born into or the family we come from or our culture. And then we realize as we go through spiritual ascension, do you realize like, whoa, I'm actually like way bigger than that, like, and I'm way more than that, and I've lived so much more than this. And so there's something about this expansion. Like I'm feeling you're reaching a point of expansion where that remembering is almost like overtaking the forgetting. If we see like a balance, like the scales, it's almost like one side is suddenly going to overtake the other in the side of your remembering. You're going to suddenly remember more and forget less. And it's going to like tip the scales. And yeah, there's going to be this energetic shift. So you're going to start to receive a lot more with this royal energy, okay? There's a receiving where it's like you realize that you actually are worthy of this. You actually deserve this. You actually are special or sacred. This is also a healing of any self-worth issues, any worthiness, any feeling detached from spirit, unloved, abandoned, these kinds of wounds. Again, I'm just seeing it's like coming back to who you really are as a soul and remembering who you really are and remembering the true power of who you really are. That is this shift. And it's so healing and it's going to make you very enjoyable to be around, more than you already are because you already have that kind of energy where, like I said, people kind of get lost. People get lost, they get like sucked in, hypnotized. But this is going to make it even more because this level of self love that I'm picking up on that you're going to be embodying is very, very rare. And it's very, very healing to be around. I'm just seeing like a very, how like water kind of is cooling or soothing, anti inflammatory. That's the sort of energy, like if you swim in the ocean or in a pool or something, there's something here about your energy is going to be very soothing, or it already is very soothing. But I'm seeing this is part of like your self-love. It's you realizing who you are. It's witnessing who you really are. It's like if you could all of a sudden see yourself somehow detached from attachments and ego and identity, and all of a sudden really just see yourself, see you for the true essence that you are, you're going to realize like, wow, that's what spirit's wanting you to see is like the true essence of who you are, because spirit's wanting me to describe it. It's kind of like water. Yeah, you actually are kind of like water. You have a water energy and it's really peaceful and it's really, really, like detoxing. Like it feels like it's rejuvenating me. Like when you sit next to a waterfall or a creek or a river or the ocean and there's all like the negative ions or something from the water and it like changes your aura, it changes your energy field. It's really clearing and cleansing. I'm seeing this is the energy that you have. This is the impact you have on people where it's like people feel like they're clearer around you. They feel more clarity around you. Yeah, you definitely impact people in those upper chakras. I really feel like almost people get an aura cleanse when they're around your energy already. And this is only going to get stronger and stronger and stronger to the point where people are probably going to start to comment on this and be like, wow, your energy is so nice, or it's so clear. Or maybe they'll say that it's your home, or, you know, people use different language because everyone perceives of what is differently. So some people might say, oh, I just love coming to your house, or I love it when I don't know, I love it when I'm on shift with you at work. It's so much better, it's so much more fun. But there's something about the energy that you have that is really important on this earth right now. That's what spirit wants you to know, because it's really healing people and it's really important. You know how if you have some beautiful place in nature near where you live, like, if it's no hassle to get to, you're probably going to go there all the time, right? If it's like a walking distance, you're going to go there, daily or multiple times a week. And why is that? Like, why do we feel drawn to a beautiful place of nature? Because it has a healing property. It has something that restores us, that brings us back to spirit, that brings us back to wholeness. And that's what I'm getting is like, most people don't live in nature. Most people are living in the suburbs, in the cities or whatever. And so we like go somewhere to be in nature. There's something symbolic about this. I hope it's making any sense to anyone. There's something about you that's like that beautiful nature spot. And there's something about you that has an energy that most people are disconnected from, okay? Like the equivalent of someone living in the suburbs and then they go to this nature spot every week or every day because it restores them. That's like you. You have some kind of energy like this. Maybe people are meant to access your energy daily or weekly. Maybe you're meant to have some way that you have some kind of community outreach. Like I could see you hosting meditation sessions. I could see you hosting yoga classes. I could see you having social media posts every day so that people can connect with your energy. But Spirit is saying something like, you need to know how important you are and how powerful you are and how much your energy actually makes a difference and how much people really love connecting with you and connecting with your energy. And it's time for you to really claim your power and really see yourself truly, like truly see yourself for who you really are, how precious you are and how loved you are. Because I'm feeling your energy and it's like, it's the kind of energy that I feel like once you really lock in, you're never going to have any issues with self-love again, because I'm just seeing this energy is so enjoyable to be around. So it's like within yourself, I'm seeing you're going to love being around yourself like more and more and more as your life goes on. Spirit wants you to know this because I feel like some of you may have been on a really deep healing journey where self love might have not always been standard. And that is not like your fault. That's not a fault of your own. That's like, an earth story. You know what I mean? There's something about your earth story, the stuff you've been through with your earth experience this life. There's something about expanding beyond that and seeing who you really are as a soul throughout all of your timelines, throughout all of your lifetimes. What have you done? All the things you've done, all the powerful experiences and missions that you've undertaken. Yeah, it's almost like amnesia. You know how there's this classic stories of like people who, um, have amnesia and they completely forget about their past. That's sort of what the experience of being incarnate onto earth is. We kind of like completely forget like who we are and all of the things that we've actually done in our experience, as a soul. And it's such an interesting thing. And then we can have the experience of remembering and remembering and remembering and sort of piecing back together, or just having experiences of just knowing. It doesn't even have to be like thoughts or cognitive kind of analyzing, like just a feeling of like, I just know who I am. I just feel it. I feel the expansiveness of my soul. I just feel it. And I don't have to put words to it. It just makes sense to me. Yeah. It's funny because you're kind of like this really incredible, almost like superhero spy kind of energy. You've had all these missions, like I said, you've like done some missions for like universal peace, or you've been involved in creation timelines, or I don't know, you've gone to planets to like heal and shift timelines there and to influence energy, and you've done a lot of cool missions. And it's funny because now you have amnesia and you can't remember them. And Spirit's saying, like, you can get in touch with them still, though, just through, like I said, for some of you, it will be an actual maybe downloading of past lives and realizing, like, oh, yeah, this is who I really am, this is what I've done. But for some of you, this is just a feeling like of when you really expand into your soul power. Like I said, it's like a zooming out of your current earth story and almost an embodying of the fullness of you, almost to the point like, yeah, this is very expanded energy. This is really special. Wow. So, yeah, I'm seeing a healing as well. Energy here, Spirit wants you to know about like a healing energy of your past, a healing of the past. You're healing your past emotionally. And the more that you are healing and releasing, like I keep seeing you releasing the earth story. And I keep wanting to call it earth story for some reason, because this is the perspective that's coming through from Spirit and from your spirit guides. It's like Spirit wants you to zoom out almost. How far can you zoom out from your earth experience? Because for some reason, that perspective, that extremely high perspective where you look at all of things and you're in, multi soul, like multi life journey as a soul throughout all places and times in existence, for some reason, that's going to be the perspective that gives you the most medicine right now. Sometimes we have to zoom in to things, sometimes we've got to zoom out. And in your case, I'm just saying zoom all the way out. Because it's going to give you some kind of medicine. It's going to make you realize something. It's going to click things into place. Yeah, it's going to be super helpful. So yeah, Spirit really wants you to know you can have what you desire. You can have what you desire, and that you are really eligible for a lot. Like, I'm sort of seeing this crown. It's like you're eligible. This crown is almost like a ticket to a new life, a ticket to a new way, a ticket to a new place. This crown almost grants you entry into new spaces of your own mind, of the consciousness. Yeah, this crown is like you're wearing a new role. This crown's going to see you wearing a new role. And I'm seeing this is happening as we speak, like this crowning energy that's coming through your energy field. It's happening as we speak, like you are evolving and you're going to have some kind of an upgrade, especially in the third eye and the crown, but also with the throat. I'm seeing your spiritual energy and essence. I feel like you're already very spiritual, but if you have any blocks within your psychic abilities or your clairvoyance, your channeling, things like this, I'm seeing you could be having huge breakthroughs to do with that and really bringing through yeah, bringing through like a lot of mystical energy into your life. Wow, this is really special. This is this is really, really special. You have, yeah, you have this happening as we speak. That's what spirit wants you to know. Like you are already having this evolving inside of you, but there is a slow-ish process. It's kind of falling like water. Like it's flowing at its own pace. It's flowing in the perfect time, the perfect frequency sort of thing. Okay, group one, that is the end of your reading for today. I do hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it was actually such a joy to connect with your energy and to like read for you. If you would like to check out more of my work and connect more with my energy, I would definitely recommend my sacred water activation. Okay, I was actually listening to this one the other day and I could feel the actual energy of water in the light codes. Like it felt like actual water was coming through me. It was really powerful. So I'll link it down below and you can check it out. I just feel like it's really would be perfect for the kind of energy that you're going through at this time and just getting in touch with who you really are because like it sort of reminded me of when I was tuning in with your energy and your energy just felt like water, which is a really special feeling. I love it. Yeah, and you can also get that tape in a bundle for 4, and you get it for, like, cheaper if you wanna get my full sacred, elements activation. There's earth, fire, water, air. You can get all 4 and work with them all. They're all quite different, and they target different things. You can read more about it and see, but, yeah, I definitely recommend the sacred water if you just wanted to get one. Anyway, I'm sending you so much love and light. I'll see you soon, alright? Bye. Hello, group two, and welcome to your reading. So, wow, you are such a bright light in this world. You are so bright, you are so warm. Feel your energy when I tune into it. It's sort of like if you're kind of cold and then the sun comes out and it warms you up, and it feels so nice, like basking in that sun. I feel like you have this sunlight energy, but it's like a gentle sunlight. It's not like the midday sun that's like pounding down and like burning you. It's like a gentle, warming energy that you have that just keeps, like, the temperature just right. Yeah, there's something super warm about you. I feel like people would meet you and really want to be your friend or really feel like, wow, you're very warm or open or just feel naturally relaxed around you and kind of open to you. I feel like a lot more people I feel like you have this energy that makes people keep thinking of you or makes people keep wanting to reach back again and again to sort of see you again. I feel like you actually have a lot more people think about you than you realize. I feel like you move through the world kind of oblivious to the impact that you actually have on others. I feel like people really feel quite touched by you, or if you go out of your way to, I don't know, say something nice to somebody, it really changes their day. It really, or they really, it really sticks with them. Or if you send a really nice message to somebody, that could actually really move them in a really deep place. And I feel like you kind of do these things where just the way you live your life, you're kind of like this earth angel energy. You're a little bit of like a fairy or something. Yeah, actually, look, she has wings. I just realized, of course. Yeah, you move around the world and you're kind of like ding, and you just sprinkle your magic fairy dust onto every little thing that you find, every little person that you meet, every encounter that you have, every text that you send. Like you're just sprinkling fairy dust around the world. But it's like it's actually magic and it's actually doing something and it actually impacts people. I feel like you have a popularity within you that's very natural and effortless, and that people really, they feel really drawn to you. I feel like they really feel drawn to you because you open up a very natural space where people feel this natural sense of connection that's, like very human, like the human need that we have as humans to connect, to have a nice conversation with someone, to have a smile, to share in connection, to feel safety, to feel community, to feel love. And you do this effortlessly. And I'm seeing a lot of like spirit wants you to know for some reason the impact you have on strangers and people you don't know. Maybe because people never get the chance to say thank you, or they never get the chance to really tell you how they actually feel because it's not really appropriate, or they don't know you very well, they never see you again. I'm seeing all of this energy being shown to me by your spirit team, and like they want you to know the impact like that you leave on the world around you. Like it actually is like you sprinkle fairy dust and it has a lasting impact. Yeah, even if you don't even realize, just like the gentleness that you have, the warmth, the compassion, the kindness behind your eyes, this is rare, okay? There's a lot of, people who are in a lot of pain in this earth. And to have someone have energy like yours, it is refreshing. I'm seeing it makes people look up. It makes people look up all of a sudden, like when you walk into a room. you might wonder, like, what is it about it? And it's like you have a light. There's a light that you bring. You might notice the light changes around you, okay? You might notice that when you walk into a room, maybe the sun starts shining really brightly, or maybe there's, I don't know, light reflections on the wall that really are captivating, or those like hanging things that shine rainbows through onto the walls, or you might see a rainbow in water. I don't know. There's something about light. I feel like spirit likes to speak to you through light, or maybe the light's flickering, or the technology, I don't know, going like on and off or something. This is again the impact that your energy has. I feel like that's something Spirit's really wanting to point out is that your energy has an impact. It really does, especially for some reason. Yeah, Spirit's showing me the people that maybe never got the opportunity to tell you how much you helped them. I feel like you might be in a position of helping people or something because this is a lot of people. Or maybe you're just a really nice person who goes around the world and is just genuinely like an earth angel, fairy princess kind of energy. I mean, I'm not trying to be gendered here, but it just is this very light, lovely energy. It's really nice to be around and it's very magnetic. I could definitely see that spirit might position you to be somehow giving your energy a lot to others in some way. You could be in a leadership position, okay, that you could be in a position of visibility in some way in the community. Like I'm seeing something about leadership coming through. Spirit wants to talk to you about. I feel like you're meant to maybe like host groups or retreats or have your own social media that you post and you kind of share your voice or your art or your opinion or you just vlog your life. I don't know. There's something about sharing your energy with others because it's sort of what you're naturally going to be doing anyway. It's how you're kind of wired anyway. Like I said, even strangers, like even if it's just, I don't know, someone you smile at one morning on your walk or something, that actually does have a huge impact. But I'm seeing that obviously you're meant to take this further, right? You're meant to take this all the way. I feel like a lot of you would be musicians in this group or like creatives of some kind, artists of any kind, visual artist, any kind of artist, photography, even like chefs are artists, really, if you think about it. There's all kinds of art. I feel like the way you live your life is like art. There's something also coming through about relationships now as well. The Four of Fire, um, it traditionally can talk actually about marriage and like kind of coming together within sort of a soul union, like a twin flame or soul union together. I feel like there's something here about this. Like there's something about relationship spirit wants you to know you're meant to have a very warm, loving experience of relationship in this life where you really feel good. You really feel held or you really feel surrounded and nourished by good, healthy relationships. It doesn't have to be very many, or it could be, it depends on who you are. I feel like some of you are more extroverted in this group and some of you are more introverted. And so obviously we all have different needs for relationships. Some of you I feel like are super social and might actually have like a lot of like I feel like you can't help but be popular. Even if you're an introvert, I feel like people just like you. People like you, people want to hang out, people want to send you a message, people want to ask you what's going on, people want to maybe date you as well. I'm feeling a lot of that kind of attention happening right now around your energy field. A lot of like, hey, is this person single? What's going on with this person? I'm seeing a lot of people wondering that when they yeah, when they look at you, there's a lot of interest. Like, I feel like you could be about to have some kind of a breakthrough actually to do with visibility or getting your work out there or being seen on social media or something like this, or being seen in your job or in your workplace. Or, yeah, it feels like career visibility, kind of success. And it feels like there's something that it feels like a crescendo is building. It's like building up to some kind of crescendo or climax. Like there's so much momentum building in your energy field right now. Like this is what spirit wants you to know. Like you don't even realize how much this magnetism in you is actually building, building, building. And I'm just feeling like so much energy around you, people being so interested in you, people really being captivated by your light, by your energy, by who you are, by your creativity. Yeah, I feel like there's a very creative energy. This card talks about dancing, music, it talks about having partners. Like, so there could be a real strong energy here of coming into partnership for some of you. And that could be part of the crescendo for some of you who are really wanting to manifest like a deep soul bonded union, like a marriage or a twin flame kind of energy. That could be coming into some kind of a crescendo. I don't know why I keep saying crescendo, but it's like I keep hearing it's like building up, building up, building up, and then it goes sort of like so loud, and there's sort of like it reaches the highest point of some kind of manifestation and it's building right now, but it's building quickly. The Four of Fire is like quite a fast energy. So I'm seeing that it's building quickly. And I'm seeing, yeah, some of you are going to be coming into union and it's going to be a huge celebration. It's going to be such a beautiful thing when you come to into union with this person. I'm seeing that like the angels are dancing in the heavens kind of thing. But I'm seeing this is the same for any manifestation, whatever it means for you. So like I said, some of you, this would be a soul, like a soul bond kind of relationship. But for others, this is some kind of career success. This is something I feel like to do with other people, though, like other people, all of a sudden seeing your art for the first time, and all of a sudden you've got all this visibility, and it really like kicks off your career and it opens up all these opportunities. I'm seeing again, the angels would be like dancing in the heavens for you, like celebrating you. There's something where you're about to be celebrated, okay? I'm seeing a celebration, I'm seeing a party. It's almost like it's being planned, and you're going to celebrate. You're going to be celebrating 100%. I'm feeling like there's a huge victory coming in for you. Like, wow, this is so positive. I really can't wait for you. Like that, this feels really exciting. There's like, it's a sense almost of like the angels are throwing you a surprise party and they can't wait. They're like so excited. And they just want it to be there already. Like that's the energy I'm getting is you have such a good thing coming in for you. It's going to be such a beautiful blessing, such a beautiful surprise. And it does involve, like I'm trying to describe the energy. It involves like people, like eyes on you, or like meeting somebody, meeting your person, or finding some kind of community. It could also be finding your perfect home, your dream home, or having a wedding. You might have something planned. You might have a party planned. Um Yeah, but there's some kind of huge manifestation coming in. It feels like quite pivotal. I'm almost getting like the judgment card in the tarot. Like it feels almost like the angels have sanctioned this manifestation. And it's like, yes, here you go. Let's get some information about this manifestation that I'm feeling coming in for you. We have we have the third house and the second house. Okay, we're going to read both. We have the sun and we have Leo. Third house and the second house. Okay, so second house is resources like money, finances, and third house. So I feel like, yeah, for a lot of you, the majority of you, this is, although I did feel that soulmate energy quite strongly, but for the majority of you, this is some kind of career success with the sun and Leo. This is creative self-expression. This is your creative arts kind of energy, really getting traction with that. And that could also be social media with the third house as well, kind of marketing yourself, getting visibility, like I said, really finally your career taking off, or your art finally getting sales, or your music is booked out or something like this. It's going to really change something, though. It's more than just like, you get a little bit of a surge in your career. This feels like it takes you to a different level of success that you have not entered yet. This is taking you to the next level, like, the next level of visibility. If you're an artist of some kind, you're really getting your work out there. You're really getting noticed. You're really getting interviews and social media traction and bookings, and it's like, wow, this is really taking off, and I'm really starting to see my dreams materialize in front of my eyes. Yeah, that's basically that's what I'm getting. This is also like finding a good network, okay? Some of you, this could be as well. I'm seeing like really finding the right people around you to support you for your life and for your creative self-expression in general, for your art. This could be finding the right manager, or like someone that can help you with your business in some way, or that can help you with marketing, that can do bookings for you, handle things for you. Yeah, this is definitely like you might be moving up a level to the point where you are actually going to be hiring some people. I'm seeing for your business or for your work or just in your own life. I'm seeing you having the money to hire people for something. Okay, let's get some more information, Spirit. What would you like Group 2 to know at this time? This is a gas you up reading, but it's also kind of just like, what do you need to know? Because that's just how Spirit likes to roll. All right, we have Six of Water. Okay, we have Six of Water. I feel like this is a dream you've held for a long time coming true. I feel like this is a dream you've had since childhood, finally like coming true. We have the Ten of Fire, we have the Seven of Fire, and we have the Star. That's right, you are the Star. You are definitely the Star. Okay, back of the deck, we also have the Hanged Man. I guess we'll keep that there. Spirit wants you to know that you are successful. You are successful. There's something about you. You're already successful. Okay? I feel like a lot of you are maybe focused on a version of reality that you are desiring to manifest with the star. I'm kind of getting a manifestational energy. And there may be something that you have been going through with the 10 of fire and the 7 of fire that has been really challenging. It could be a situation that is involving past energy, emotions from the past with the 6 of water. This could be really about fearing the future because of what you have gone through in the past. Okay, that's actually what I'm getting right now. Spirit's saying that there's no need to fear the future because what is in the future for you is actually so good at the start. It's actually so positive and so incredible, and it's everything that you have been working for. With the hanged man, Spirit saying it's going to be the opposite of the like sort of worst case scenario that I feel like can often be projected. I feel like you must have gone through something. There's something that you've gone through in the past that may weigh heavily on you or that you may still be figuring out. 10 of fire, though, is telling me that you're really close to clearing this trauma from the body, clearing it from the cells. And yeah, I'm seeing that you've actually been doing something. The 10 of fire, it's like you've been burning through a whole bunch of stuff. You know, when people do like burn offs on their property, if they have a farm, whatever, they have land, and they collect all the dry wood or whatever that might be needing to be cleared up, and then they have a huge bonfire. I feel like you've been in some like process of burning off energy. You've been clearing up this debris and you've been burning through it and you've been doing a good job. And it may have felt with the 7 of fire and the 10 of fire together that it was almost never ending. You're kind of like, is this ever going to get, is this ever going to get easier? Is this ever going to get less, you know? Because it might feel like you're doing all this, but the amount that there is to burn through just like seems like it's just never ending. So what Spirit wants you to know is that like actually you're doing a lot better than you think. Actually, you're making a lot more progress than you think. I feel like there's something here in your energy signature where you're very persevering, you're very hardworking, you're very good at what you do, and you put in a lot of effort, I guess, is the energy I'm picking up. And Spirit wants you to know that just because you don't see results for that effort, like straight up, like straight away. I mean, sometimes we do, but not always. If you don't see results for your efforts straight away, that doesn't mean that it's not doing anything. And Spirit's kind of asking you to not get disheartened if you're kind of like, where are my results? Where's my results? Because sometimes things take a bit of time. And I just realized that you don't have any of the element of earth here. Really interesting. There's no earth energy here in your spread whatsoever. And that is the element that is about things taking time, slow, patience, methodical. And there's something here about, yeah, you might kind of need to kind of ground a little bit more and realize that something is going to take a bit more time, but you are going to be successful at it. Okay. You are going to be successful. It's interesting with the star and that Leo energy here on your spread as well. Like, this is such a positive energy around your career, around your creativity, around your visibility, being seen in your career, being like spotted, kind of being like star, like they're spotting a star. Like someone's going to, I feel like you have star energy so strong. Like the 4 of fire is already picking that up with that magnetism, people loving you, so much popularity, everyone wanting to be your friend, getting to know you, wanting to date you. You just have this energy of like, you are kind of like that it person that everyone wants to know and get to know. And the thing is that you've gone through some stuff in your past that's been really heavy and it's been really hard, and it has been needing to be kind of overcome and burnt through. Like I was saying with the 10 of fire, gives me this energy of like when we burn through things, the excess needs to be burnt away. Whew, because you're carrying a lot of burdens from the past. This could also be past life energy. And you may have come in with like a heaviness. You may also have some kind of a glow up later in life, or you had a glow up later in life, or you were a late bloomer or something like this. So it might be something about timing or delay that Spirit really wants you to know is like, it's okay, because the level of success that you're going to reach is so good that I feel like you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. But I'm seeing again, Spirit wants you to know, I got to get this message out. Oh my gosh, I got to focus on this message. Spirit wants you to know that there might be a tendency where you project onto the future what you have gone through in the past, where, things were hard, things were, I don't know, fearful, things, whatever, things weren't good. And I feel like Spirit's saying that actually the hangman, like it's going to be the opposite. The hangman, flip it on its head. It's the opposite way. It's the opposite thing. The way that your future is looking is so bright and it's so positive, and it really feels like it's kind of the exact polar opposite of your past and the energy you're coming from. You give me the energy of a lotus that is bloomed out of the muddiest of waters, but you're such a beautiful, precious thing. And you've come maybe from a really tough beginnings in life. Like I'm getting that, you've come from something really tough at the beginning of your life, but it still has in a way shaped the person that you are. and the strength that you have as well with that Leo energy and the sun. Like, you are strong. And you are a natural leader or performer, or, you're meant to be on stage, you're meant to be on social media, you're meant to be out there, you're meant to be putting your energy out there because it really does nurture this earth. It really does help the world. Kind of the way that music does. I get a very musical energy from you, even if you're not a musician or whatever. There's something very musical about your energy. Like, I feel like your voice might be kind of musical, or I do feel like a lot of you watching this might be musicians as well. Okay, I just feel like it. Or like dances or something, because that's very rhythmic and musical kind of. Yeah, there's something beautiful here. But that's the energy, is like you leave this kind of melody around you. You leave this sprinkle of light and this melody kind of energy in the air with you wherever you go. So you have come from something that's been really heavy in the past. But I am feeling like the future is so bright, and spirit kind of really wants you to know that. Like, I'm feeling like that your energy, the energy that you're going to experience is going to be the opposite. And there's another message coming through, like, you have really good karma, okay? You have really good energy built up for you. Like, you have been through a lot, but you have stayed in integrity. You have stayed within, love. You have chosen love. You have chosen healing. You've chosen to do what you can to better yourself and to better the world, no matter what you've been through. And that takes a lot of strength. That takes a lot of light. That takes having a huge heart, like a really generous energy. It's actually kind of like bringing me to tears because I'm being shown the like true essence of your heart, what your heart really is, the true element, like the true essence of who you are in your heart, and how generous you are and how loving you are and how much you care and how much you want to give. And I'm just seeing this true essence of your heart finally being able to be reflected back to you in the world around you, because you've burnt through enough of that ten of fire from your past, of all the like hell that you may have walked through in this life or another, or many lifetimes on this earth. You've gone through a lot within this duality, and you've burnt through enough that you can finally have this heart space of yours like reflected back to you in the world around you. And it's almost like you're going to be living in this world that is the true essence of your heart, where you have this little community, you have your family, you have your friends, you have people that support you and love you. Like, I'm seeing this four of fire is sort of like a home. Like, you have the perfect home, you have the perfect people with you have the perfect relationships that support you, you have the perfect kind of creative outlet or career that supports you for who you really are as this more magical being that may not fit in as much to the status quo, to the mundane, like the mundane world. Like, you need a magical world. You need a magical world in order for you to feel like you are nourished. You need a fairy garden. You need to connect with the elves in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to go and have this like magical existence. And that is what I'm seeing. I feel like you've come from a place where magic may have been more cut off for you because the 10 of fire, 6 of water, 7 of fire. This is a situation you may have had to fight your way out of, okay? This is a childhood you may have had to fight your way through, to like sort of fighting to heal and to survive like your life. I'm just seeing you may have incarnated into heaviness, into a lot of heaviness and burden with the 10 of fire that kind of may have hit you straight up, like right away. But the thing is that you still possess this generosity of spirit. You still possess this deep love in your heart for all people, for all of humanity, for all of the earth, for all things. You have this really beautiful heart space. And it's like, this is what you are manifesting. You are manifesting your own beautiful essence coming back to you and and surrounding you in faith, in trust, in hope, in safety, in support. Yeah. And it's like a beautiful light. I'm just seeing a beautiful light, like the energy of a celebration. Like, I feel really drawn into this energy, and it's like the energy of a celebration, a wedding, a party, a gathering, a dinner party. And there's this sharing of love. There's this open hearted energy, and it's like golden hour, and there's fairy lights, and there's this celebration in the air. There's this pleasure of life, the enjoyment of life, that side of life that feels so cozy, that feels so comfortable, that feels so nice. And I feel like you're manifesting some kind of, permanent way of experiencing that, where you just have your relationship set up in a way, your career set up in a way where you're living a really beautiful life, and you are a spiritual being. Spirit wants you to know that you are a spiritual being. Therefore, you can manifest something that is very special. Okay. You can manifest something that is out of the ordinary. You do not have to live in the ordinary. And I don't feel like you can. I feel like you already are out of the ordinary. You're the star. You stand out wherever you go. You're the star wherever you are. But I feel like you're going to be living in a life that is perfect for you. That is truly, yeah, your star life. So the future is not so dark as you might think it might be. because of what you've been through, there's a projection energy, right? Of, oh my gosh, it's going to continue to be this hard and I can't do it and it's too much and I can't. And Spirit saying, actually, what is manifesting is the opposite. What is manifesting is something very beautiful. There's something that's very bright, very light, very warm, very supported, very really good relationships, like the kind of relationships that make your heart full of so much love. Like you just, and it can't be faked. These relationships, they just are pure essence of love. Wow. Okay, so that's your reading. That's like all we have time for. But you have such a beautiful energy. I really want you to know that. And I'm sending you so much love and light. If you would like to check out more of my work and connect more with my energy, I would totally recommend the Beauty Star Light Language tape that I have in my store. I'll link it down below. But because you have this star energy, I just feel like it would be one that you would really connect with. You can read more about it, but it's a beautiful light language tape. And yeah, I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care. Hello, group three, and welcome to your reading. So you are magic. You chose this Pegasus on the Ace of Air card. I love this card because it just has this energy of magic, miracles, like interdimensional beings that are our friends that help us. I feel like you have this energy. It's just magic, and you are definitely meant to. Like, I feel like you're the happiest when you're connecting with magic in some way, and I feel like that's how you're wired and that's how you're designed, and that's really how you're meant to spend your time. Like, I honestly feel like Spirit's saying, give yourself permission. This is such an interesting message. I'm feeling give yourself permission to go deeply into magic. I feel like you could create your own like magic school, like a mystery school. You could create your own course or something. You could download almost like an Akashic Records course, like reading different information, find it. You could discover remote view, like new planets, new places of existence that we don't know that much about. There's something about your life that's meant to be quite remarkable. And Spirit's like saying to like really like lean into this. Really lean into this part of you. Really let yourself go there. Go into that magic as much as you can and do whatever it means for you to feel more one with magic. Like Spirit's always saying, design your life to be more magical. I feel like I might be talking with someone. I feel like I'm speaking to someone. Spirit really wants me to get through to you right now. Spirit's saying, design your life to be more so you connect with magic more. What does that mean for you? Like for me, for example, I feel like I connect more with magic if I'm in a rural location, like in nature, for example. Okay. So it's like, do something about it because you have so much freaking there that's ready to like come through you. There's so much that wants to come through you and it's so ready. And I'm just seeing that you're going to have some kind of a remarkable manifestation happen here. And it's going to come in effortlessly like air, like as easy as air. It just exists. It just is there. That's how effortless it is. There's like there's no resistance. That's the word. You know how sometimes when you're working on a project and you're like, oh man, and it takes like heaps of effort and willpower and you got to keep on showing up and then you finally get it done. You're like, thank God I did it. This kind of thing feels completely different. This is like there's no resistance. It's just flow state, full flow state. So I feel like you might be downloading mentally like some kind of a new way of looking at something, or you might be doing actual real world kind of experiences of magic in some way. You might be meant to do magic. Wow, you're meant to live really outside of the collective consciousness, the way that the collective consciousness is like, oh, what do? You go to work the 9 to 5 and you get married and you have the 2.5 kids and you live in the picket fence and you retire and then you travel after you've retired. Like that is kind of, the sort of status quo of like the collective consciousness of like what's going to give you fulfillment. And I just feel like there's something about your energy where you need to sever ties with the collective consciousness because you're meant to go places that the collective consciousness can't really almost like dream of. And I want to articulate this right because I feel like it's coming through a bit, all over the place, but it's more like you're meant to go beyond and expand within the collective consciousness because I guess we can never really be like separate from it and sever completely from like the entire collective consciousness because we are whole and we are one. But it's more like sever ties to certain aspects of the collective consciousness that may hold you in fields of disbelief so that you can therefore expand the collective consciousness from inside because you are not therefore limited by it. Yeah, you're meant to be completely free and unlimited. Do what you can to free yourself. I feel this is like there's a message here coming through with almost like an urgency. Do what you can to free yourself. And it's not urgent in that, like, I don't want it to like bring up any kind of fear or something, but there's like a intensity of this. There's a passion, I guess, where it's like, there's a passion where I'm like, I really want you to know this. And it's coming from someone on the other side. It might be a spirit guide. It could even be a past over loved one where they're like, I really want you to know this. Like, make this decision for yourself. Do something that brings more magic into your life. Like, do it. And there's something here about like the preciousness of our life and the preciousness of our choices, something like this, and like to bring it in through your choices, bring in more. It doesn't matter if it takes a while, just open to this timeline because I'm seeing that you can start to build a life where you are way more in touch with magic, where magic is way more a part of your life all of the time. Like, for example, I could see, and I know this won't resonate for everyone because we're all wired differently, but like, for example, I could see that for someone, it would be like manifesting their dream, like cottage on, in the woods. And there they have this amazing garden. And then from that place, they start seeing, like Sasquatch beings and having like relationship with them or something and like getting to know them and having all these downloads and then maybe like from these conversations with these interdimensional beings you start to write this book, and this book is really important because it has all this information in it that's channeled from your experiences. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about, of like you need to align with magic more to make it happen. Because for example, if you for example have a destiny where you're meant to work with Sasquatch beings and channel information from interdimensional portals and things like this, which I feel like for a lot of you it's something like that, where you're meant to do magic of some kind, then you got to be in the right place at the right time to receive it. And being in the city, like for me, everyone's different or wired differently. So take everything with your own intuition. But for me, when I'm in the city, I'm so much less tapped in than when I'm in like the middle of nowhere or when I'm away from other people's energy fields. Like I just love it. And it feels so, it feels so exciting, feels so good. So there's something here, yeah, where it's like, you can manifest and do what it is that will make you feel more alive with magic, more alive with the magic of life. And you're meant to, like, there's a literal Pegasus, right? Or a unicorn. I mean, they don't really have a horn, so I guess they're not a unicorn, but they kind of give me unicorn vibes. But a Pegasus has wings, I feel like. So, anyway, you have a literal, like, magical being as your card. And I feel like that is you. And it's sort of this thing of like, you need to let yourself be this magical being. And give yourself a magical environment to live in, a magical place. I know some of you might be like, I'm already manifesting it. And okay, don't worry, it's definitely coming in. But some of you I'm feeling might need to prioritize this more in some way. It will be different for everyone, but it's prioritizing magic more, like prioritize it because this is you. This is you. This is you. This is your mission. Like I'm seeing you have a mission where you're meant to work with interdimensional beings. I feel like all of you are. You actually all are. And it will be different ones for different people because everyone's kind of got different connections, they're connected with different ones in astral. And I feel like you're meant to connect here. Some of you could even be like alien, like starseed, like races or whatever you call it. I don't know, starseed beings. Arcturian, Syrian, all these different ones. Pleiadian. Yeah, and you're meant to connect and channel, okay? Connect and channel. And for some of you, this will be like Sasquatch beings, like ones that are actually more, of the earth that actually kind of come into the physical plane as well as interdimensionally kind of travel. Although I guess, aliens do that too. Okay. So yeah, you're meant to do this work and align with a very magical experience that is meant to kind of blow your mind and blow other people's minds and open up the mind and open up, like I said, to stretch and expand the collective consciousness from inside. But in order to do that, there needs to be a cutting, snip, snip, cut of certain cords or ties that you have to certain people, places, or things within the collective consciousness that may be holding you back and keeping you into fields of disbelief, keeping you into fields of thinking, oh, magic isn't real, this thing isn't real. Yeah, boundaries, stepping out of that energy field, not involving yourself with it. You know how they say that you are the collection of the 5 people that you hang around the most? You're like a combination of all of their energies, like because we are so influenced as human beings, we're so social. We can't help it. If you've ever spent heaps of time with someone and then all of a sudden you start saying phrases that they say, just because you're around them all the time, you can't help it. You just start picking up their kind of, speaking like phrases or what do they call slang or whatever. That's kind of what I'm seeing is that you might be being a bit held back in life by people who don't believe in the same level of magic as you do. Like, you gotta find your people, you gotta find your or you like, for some of you might be just doing this solo, though, I was seeing. Some of you are just, like, good to go. You're good to hermit, you know? And that's awesome. But for others of you, yeah, I could easily see you're gonna connect. But you're meant to take this to the next level, okay? Your work is meant to be jaw-dropping. Like, that's what I'm seeing, where it's like, "What?" Or some kind of, like, psychic ability that you have is, like, jaw-dropping, or you're gonna channel some kind of a healing thing, right? Where it's like, oh, you channel some kind of a recipe or combination or a modality or a breathing technique, or you channel something about the new earth, codes for the new earth, how to, like the transition to the new earth, or you invent something, maybe even. You could be like, yeah, it could be really taking you, like elevating you to places, like you might be learning new skills that you didn't even know you had. Wow, this is really interesting reading, okay? So let's go to Astro Dice for you, Spirit. What do you want this person to know? We got the sixth house, we got Pluto, we got Cancer. Yeah, I was feeling that home, remember? Like I was seeing a home in the middle of the woods. I was seeing some of you are meant to seriously live out in the middle of nowhere and really connect with the earth grid. Like, oh, it's giving me like shivers. Or you're meant to travel around to remote places. Like some of you maybe not meant to live there, but you're meant to travel there. You're meant to go there. Or you're meant to, I don't know, camp there or drive there or van life there or something. And you're meant to connect with these different places on earth because you're going to like meet beings. Like you're actually meant to face meet some beings. Okay. Whoa, this is so cool. Your energy is so much fun. Okay. I'm seeing that like things are actually going up a level for you in your psychic experiences. I don't know what kind of psychic experiences you've had, but clearly your energy is like built for this because I'm seeing that you actually might be having some, face to face kind of, or even telepathic, or I don't know. It's going to be some kind of like interdimensional communication. Whoa. And it's going to make you be like, oh my gosh, I know that these interdimensional beings are real. Like it's kind of, I came across a YouTube channel kind of a few months ago, and it was about a woman in the USA, or she was being interviewed or something, and she had these Sasquatch. I'll try to remember and link it, okay? She had these Sasquatch beings that she was friends with since she was a child, and she had all these conversations with them, and they have like really had this formed this relationship over her life because they lived around the same land as her, that she lived somewhere rural. And they would like eat her watermelons and stuff. And she had the most amazing experiences, and she had learned so much. Like it had really been a spiritual like journey and teaching for her. Okay. And when I watched this video, I was like, oh my God, it really just like activated something for me. And it just made me feel like, I don't know, it's just coming back to me, this feeling. And I feel like that's what you're manifesting. I feel like you're manifesting some kind of a situation, or maybe you already are. Maybe you're already having this experience, which is like, wow. But you're having some kind of experiences where you're going to be having communication. You're going to be having some kind of downloads. But I feel like it's more for a purpose, like a greater purpose, because we have the sixth house in Pluto. Like it's almost like you're going to show people how to heal, or you're going to download information from the Akashic records, or you're going to download some kind of a course like to help people. Yeah, really interesting. Or like herbs, you might be downloading like your own herbal information, your own recipes. Or some of you might just be studying this and then expanding it. Look at that. We have the Fool and we have the World. More of this magic. Can we have any more magic? We got more magic. Wow. So there's certainly no question of how powerful you are and your ability to manifest. I feel like this reading for you is such a reminder of how powerful you are, like how special you are, how magical you are. You are so powerful. You can literally manifest something so incredible. Especially to do with the home, okay, with the Cancer energy coming out, that's all about your home. And even the sixth house, this is about lifestyle, the everyday routine that you have that supports your well-being, or that, if you have, it's sort of like the routine of caring for others, caring for the animals in the house or the garden, or your job, how you're of service. I'm seeing something about this evolving with the Pluto energy, like you might be needing to move jobs, some of you, Spirit's saying, or you will be gifted a new opportunity, maybe to like work remotely or something that more suits your needs, or a situation that gives you way more free time or that relocates you to a different place. But with the Cancer energy, I feel like for a lot of you, this is also about home. Like, I feel like there may be something where Spirit wants to put you into a home that allows you to do magic. Yeah, that's it. You're going to be relocated to a place where you can do more magic. And that could involve job as well, especially if you're like, oh, I can't leave where I am because of my job in the city. Maybe you're somehow going to be able to work remotely for that job and relocate, or something like this is going to suddenly evolve and give you an opportunity. And it's going to happen really effortlessly. And this is what Spirit wants you to know. Like, you have this available to you so much. You have so much magic available to you. I feel like there really needs to be no question of what you can manifest. It's more about what you dream up. You are the architect. You have a really strong sort of architect archetype. Like, you can invent and dream up whatever it is that you want to experience, and then you can go ahead and manifest that. Yeah, you have a lot of power. You have a lot of manifestational power available. So I feel like with the world and the fool coming out, this is really significant, of course, as well, because the world is the final card in the major card, and then the fool is the first card, the beginning. The zero, right? Really powerful. And we have an ace. Okay. So true. Aces are all about new beginnings as well. So you are really in this transition between the old and the new right now. You are really moving between the old and the new. You're in a huge cycle ending and cycle new beginning. Like, it's happening simultaneously. The old one is kind of ending and the new one is being born simultaneously. This is a really powerful new beginning. Like I said, for some of you, this may be that you are relocated and almost like things happening effortlessly or things happening outside of your hands. Even if you're like, oh, I have no idea how I would live in nature. It's like, oh, somehow this could actually manifest for you quite quickly and quite soon. I'm seeing something about this, like a really strong energy and momentum. Spirit saying all you need to do is open mentally to this. Oh, that's like literally all you need to do. Like, it's so easy. You honestly, you have powers. Like, you really don't have to do that much. You just need to open to this mentally. Whatever, like, gets you going, whatever makes you excited, you can, journal about if you want, but you really don't have to do that much. It should be effortless. You just open mentally to the fact of like, oh yeah, this magic, I'm allowing this magic to flow into my life. I'm allowing my life for, like, whatever it is your dreams are. If you want to live in nature, for example, which is obviously my dream. Can anyone tell? But I'm getting there. I'm like halfway there. I live by the beach. So okay. So, yeah, so something about a home. I'm really feeling like Spirit might be relocating you to a better place that suits more of your lifestyle. Maybe Spirit's going to relocate you to the beach, for example, so that you can swim every day and clear aura, and it's going to change your energy field and you can be more open and receptive to the channelings or to the things that want to download for you, okay? So I'm also feeling something about healing. I feel like you might be here to invent and download things that like heal the world or that bring through healing on a mass scale or like for humanity. I'm seeing a very new earth energy. You might be given codes for the new earth, or you might have already been given these codes. You may have been given codes for the new earth already. I'm seeing a lot of you already know this, already know that your mission is to do with the new earth. You've already been initiated into your mission to do with the new earth, to do with helping the earth transform with that Pluto energy. Okay, you are a Plutonian person. You help others transform as well as you are yourself transforming all the time. So I think you probably won't even be surprised to hear that change is coming yet again in your life, because I feel like you probably can't escape change. I feel like you're always evolving, you're always changing, you're always growing, you're always on this path, yeah, of growth, which is really exciting. But it might mean that a lot of things, you might outgrow things a lot and you constantly maybe have to say goodbye or endings, things like this with the world. Yeah. There may have been things that I feel like a huge chapter is ending here for you, something that it was out of alignment. Like, that's what's ending. Something that has been out of alignment, which is really good news, right? Something is ending that's been out of alignment, and you're going to find yourself in a situation that is so much more in alignment, and it's going to allow a lot more effortlessness in the way that you work, in the way that you operate, in the way that you live your mission, in the way that you do magic. It's going to be so much more effortless instead of like, for example, if we're just going to go with the theme of nature because that's what I love. If you have to, drive to nature from where you live right now, and it's like you have to kind of put in effort and there's a bit of resistance and you're kind of like, oh, can I be bothered going? But no, I always feel better if I do. And then versus imagine that energy versus, oh, you just actually live like in the nature. So you're just like walking out for your morning cup of tea, like you're in nature. It's something like that where spirit's going to make it a lot easier for you to connect, a lot easier for you to have this lifestyle that actually suits you and suits like who you are and what you've come here to do. I'm seeing that's something you really have to look forward to. And again, I'm feeling like spirit's just gonna like kind of have it happen. I'm feeling you're just gonna have things happen with the Ace of Air. This is sort of things happening outside of our control, but in the best kind of way, where things all of a sudden line up and there's synchronistic things where it's like, oh, really? I just manifested my dream job, where I can work remotely and now I can relocate and I can, afford to rent this cottage and on this land and it's perfect. And oh my gosh, my dreams all came true at once. Like I'm seeing something kind of like boom, boom, boom happening like that. Wow. Yeah. And spirit saying never doubt yourself. My gosh, like if you could really just like see yourself for just a moment, like you're one of those really powerful souls that's kind of like almost a bit scary, when it's like a bit intimidating and it's like, what? Like when you suddenly see, I don't know if you like suddenly see a really powerful like being or entity and you're like, whoa, it's kind of like, whoa. You kind of have that kind of energy, like spirit saying, don't forget who you are. Like you're really powerful. You got that Pluto energy as well. Plutonian people are like super strong and powerful. They really good at helping to transform. That's right, New Earth. I want to talk more about New Earth with you because you have that magic energy. And I feel like you're here to help transition Earth to the new Earth. You may be here specifically for this mission. I feel like you're a soul that has a very strong mission energy. Like you're here for a mission. You've come here for a mission. You volunteered. You signed up. I don't know. It's almost like you're a secret agent. They're like sending you to Earth. We're like, we need you to go. We need you to go to Earth. We need you to help tip the balance so that the new Earth can come in and be born. And da, 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 da. And it's like you have some kind of a role that you are here to fulfill. And you are already doing this role, but I feel like you're going to have it happen easier. It's going to be easier for you to do this role. That's what it is. It's going to be easier for you to do this role because it's going to all be at your fingertips. Like I said, instead of having to drive 20 minutes to go to nature, and spend time in nature or walk your dog, it's like you can literally walk out your back door and there it is. And there's something where it's like the resistance is going to be taken away for you so that things can flow easier. You can be more productive on your mission. You can be more productive on your work, on what you've come here to do. For some of you, yeah, it's like some kind of a relocation, some kind of a job change, some kind of a lifestyle change, some kind of a, yeah, it's like a lifestyle change. Okay. That's what I feel like I can best put it. Just like if you move from the city to the country, it's the best kind of example here of the energy that I'm feeling. It's like it's a lifestyle change. It changes your lifestyle, it changes the way you live, it changes your time management, it changes all these different things. And things are being rearranged in the best kind of way where, oh wow, you're gonna have so much more flow. You're gonna have so much more flow, you're gonna have so much more time, you're gonna feel kind of blessed actually. Group three, you're gonna feel like, wow, did I really manifest this? Did I really do this? I feel so blessed. I'm so lucky. I can't believe I did this. It's gonna be that kind of energy. You're gonna be feeling really grateful. You're gonna be like, wow, I actually made this happen. And you're going to realize that, oh, wow, it was not actually as hard as I thought. You're going to realize there may have been mental barriers in your mind that made you think like, oh, this manifestation is so far away. It's so hard. It's so, impossible. And then I'm seeing things lining up and it happening and you realizing, wow, this was actually always kind of within my reach, actually. And that's going to be kind of surprising to you. Okay, group three, that is the end of your reading. I so enjoyed tuning in for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading as well. If you'd like to check out more of my work, I would recommend checking out my tape, Clear the Way. You know why? Because I was actually playing it during your reading just now. I played it like really low volume, just like next to me as I was channeling. And I find that it really helps to clear resistance in general, like to clear the resistance, to just like anything in life. And I've found that it really helps me. I've put it on sometimes when I'm channeling if I feel intuitively. So I felt like I wanted to play it for your reading. And then now I'm feeling guided to maybe recommend, like, say that you might want to check it out, basically. Check it out. I'll link it down below. You can see if it's right for you and make your own decision. If you already have the tape, I recommend working with it. Like I said, you can work with it just in the background like that, and it has a huge effect. Like it really helps me with my work and like getting things done and staying focused and things like that. Even clearing the way, like it just helps. It can help you if you need like some motivation to like clean. It just helps with a lot. So anyway, read more about it if you want to check it out. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care. Bye.